Hi, I'm Jeremiah, and with me I have Mike McLean, Project Manager with ENS. And what we're going to do quickly is just go through what it would be like if we were graphic designers looking to log into our digital sign network and update content for a client. So what you're going to see here is this is the first page of the digital sign network. How you find this is you go to www.blastvisual.com. That's BLASTVISUAL.com. Now once you're here, you just put in your email address and the passcode that's been assigned to you. Now if you've forgotten what your passcode is, you can click on Forgot and it will ask you for email and send out a password reset. If you still don't know what your email address or password is, just click on Contact Us on the left and we'll help you through the process of being able to log in. So I'm going to log in now as if actually I'm going to log in as me and look at one of our distributors here, Dan Hansen from Signs of the Times. Thanks for your patience, Mike.
No problem.
So now I am logged in as if I'm Dan, and what you're going to see here is it's pretty straightforward. He can look at his signs,
Right.
he can look at his clients, and in this client view here he can actually look at all of his client signs, administer all of the graphic design for every client.
Right.
And he can place orders, meaning he can place hardware inventory orders from us,
Right.
and close file. So we've tried to make this as straightforward as possible. Now, up in My Signs is where we're going to concentrate today. Is we're just going to take a look at the one sign that Dan Hansen has in the front foyer of his sign shop.
Okay.
So what you're seeing here when you click on My Signs is a series of large square boxes. What these square boxes are what we call storyboards, meaning that each box represents a series of images or media.
Right.
So you're going to see here there's one little box within one of those big boxes. And what that is the digital sign itself. Make sense, Mike?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. So we're going to take a look at the storyboard that this sign is attached to right now. So that's SOT2 here up on the top right. I click, and now I just simply click again to start changing the images in that storyboard that unit or sign is attached to.
Right.
So in here I can just simply browse my computer, start uploading files. They'll show up here in the big main area. I click on upload and they'll start showing up on the right hand side.
As a preview in a thumbnail mode.
As a preview in a thumbnail mode. And I can actually click on preview up in the top left, put my mouse over each of the images, and then just simply drag them around to set the order. And down below I can set the timing, say I want each image to say it for 20 seconds, click on submit, that storyboard is now changed.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the storyboard that is currently playing. I'm going to go back to storyboards here, and now we're going to have fun as if we're a graphic designer.
All right.
Okay, so let's say I've come in here for the first time.
Sure.
I can see that they have one sign box, or sign device. And they have a series of storyboards, and I want to make a new storyboard to drag that device to so that it will play that storyboard. I just click on New Storyboard, choose the kind of layout that I want, and there's the problem. What layout is that sign? I don't know.
Is it portrait? Is it landscape?
Is it portrait, landscape? So let's go back to storyboards, and here's a little hint and tip about the system. All I do is I put my mouse on that actual little device and it will show me the resolution. See that there, Mike?
I do.
So I can see that that is 1024 by 768.
Right.
So in graphic designer speak, we know that we have to build a JPEG image in 1024 by 768.
Okay.
So let's get started. New storyboard. We know that that resolution is there for landscape. So I'm going to choose full screen images landscape. Click on save down below. Going to name it. We'll call this demo. Hit submit. And it takes me right into this new storyboard. So here I can click on images. browse my computer, and do the same thing as Sign of the Times would have done with their original storyboard. Is just browse their computer, upload a series of 1024 by 768 images just by browsing, clicking on upload, again previewing, setting the timing down below, hitting submit, and that storyboard is created and it's on the system. So now all I do is I go back to storyboards, and this is just a what if, of course. We haven't actually put any content into this demo sign or demo storyboard, but all I do is I drag the unit down to that new storyboard. I let go of it, and now it's playing that new imagery.
Very good.
Make sense, Mike?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so to give you the seriousness of dragging and dropping, that is actually a live sign. We're
Right.
probably getting a phone call right now from Sign of the Times asking why their sign is now playing no content.
Right.
So, as a graphic designer, you want to be very careful about how you're dragging signs around, because the sign system is live, and so you want to make sure you make your storyboard, get it approved with the client, that they're happy with the content, and then start dragging the units to the storyboards so they'll play that content.
Right. Very good.
Now, any other questions you have, Mike?
Nope, not at this time.
Okay, so given the time that we have, we want to keep this to under 7 minutes. I have 30 seconds to show some other cool wow things. Is that okay, Mike?
Sure.
Very quickly. Okay, so should now understand what storyboards are, and that you can make really an unlimited number of storyboards, and you can drag the devices around, just point and click.
Right.
Now, for the truly geeky, you can also get into sign hardware, and you can do some very advanced things like setting the resolution for the different units,
Right.
setting the orientation, whether it's in portrait or landscape.
Okay.
You can reboot the units remotely. Say you have a unit that's out in a location where you're changing it off the wall from being portrait to landscape. We've actually made the system so it will reboot itself and reset itself to being landscape.
Great.
Make sense, Mike?
Absolutely.
Okay, last piece is under routers. This is for the truly geeky. What you can actually do is you can assign what network a sign is going to be on.
Okay.
So in here, under Dan Hansen's, you can actually see exactly that this is on a wireless network, and you could make as many different network configurations as you want. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so finally, to wrap up, because we are at 7 minutes, almost on the nose, I'm going to close this file. I'm going to go take a look at another reseller, just so if there's any graphic designers out there that really want to imagine what this would look like as they grew their company and built out more signs around the world. This is a real, true, live client in Lagos, Nigeria, Africa. This client has, pull up the screen again. This client actually has about 60 units, and they're playing, as you can see here, a number of different storyboards. And if we want to, change content in Africa right now, we just simply pick up the unit, drag it, and drop it to the new storyboard.
Right.
So is that enough excitement for one day?
That's enough excitement for one day.
Okay, thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope that explains a little bit more how to find the orientation, how